I try to lie to myself and pretend I'm upset because my breakfast isn't here yet. But the reality is, I'm scared. This is the first time our schedules have been off in any way since we were brought to the holding cells. I worry that it means whatever they have planned for us is happening soon. Then, as if my thoughts summoned the unseen evil, the door to the room containing our cells glides open. I was pacing, but now I'm utterly still. The women who were sitting jump to their feet. We all stare helplessly at our captors. I don't even bother looking around for something to defend myself with. After weeks of being imprisoned, I already know there is nothing but glass walls, the floor I sleep on, and a small toilet. I watch our captors closely, hoping to learn something or get some indication of what is about to happen based off of their body language. There seems to be one stout little alien man who is issuing orders. He is as wide as he is tall, with ears that jut out from the top of his head. Not bunny-like ears. No, these are more like a hippo's. Short tusks protrude from his mouth, and he has a large pair of eyes that are set wide to the sides of his face. He points a fat 3-fingered hand at all our cages and then to his assistants. The assistants are creatures like him. I notice that they hold 5 metal rings, one for each of us, I suppose. They incline their heads at their boss's instructions. 2 guards stand posted by the door. Unceremoniously, the boss finishes talking and leaves the room. The assistants immediately get to work, heading to my cage first, which lies in the farthest corner in the room. The glass door wobbles and then vanishes, leaving me shocked. I spent the first few weeks of my captivity trying to bore through that very same glass with nothing more than my fingernails. It's a little disheartening to see it disappear so easily. My captors pause before me. My eyes dart wildly around the room, but my body is scared frozen. I must look like a caged animal. Oddly, I find this thought embarrassing. I feel so feeble. I've had weeks to fantasize about my escape, and now that I'm finally faced with my first true chance, I freeze. This isn't who I am. Or it wasn't who I was back on Earth, at least. Who am I now, I wonder? It's the situation, I tell myself. It's just so far from anything I could have ever imagined in my wildest nightmares. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to escape. I don't know what the aliens' plan is for me. Am I food? Am I a slave? A pet? Will they hurt me? Hell, I don't even know what to expect on the other side of the door. I almost hope it will be the back half of a television studio and this will all be some elaborate prank. I hear the electric crackle of the prod, and that brings me back into this moment that I want so desperately to escape from. It's the same type of prod they used to stun me last time I fought. So, I just stay frozen. One of the assistants approaches and holds a metal ring out towards me. I flinch. As I do, he quickly locks it around my neck. I immediately start to hyperventilate and begin to claw at the thing. The assistant smacks at my hands but doesn't bother speaking to me, even though he must know I have a translator. He just hooks a chain to my metal collar and leads me to stand in front of my cell. "Stay," he commands without looking at me. The assistants proceed to do the same with all the other captives. No one fights back. They link our chains together and the guards flank us while the assistants lead the way towards the door. This door has represented unknown horrors to me since the moment I first arrived. My mind has imagined every terrifying possibility that could exist, waiting just on the other side. But what I fear most are all the things I can't imagine. My heart pounds as we step through the doorway. I halfway expect to see fire and brimstone on the other side, thus confirming I am truly in hell. But it is nothing more than a metal corridor. We head down it and are led to a nearby room with showers. There are servants here, of a different species than our captors. The assistants speak to them in a language I don't understand, even with my translator. Then they leave us. I anxiously eye the room and the servants considering escape, but the guards still stand stoically at the door. Before I can do anything, the servants begin their work. There in front of everyone, we are forced to shower. Oddly enough, this room almost feels like some kind of fucked-up spa. No, wait. It's more like being at the dog groomers. The servants wash us roughly despite our protests that we can do it ourselves. They trim our nails, dry and brush our hair, and spray us with perfumes. I hate to even think it, but although this is a terribly unpleasant situation, it's the first time